All right. Let's just get caught up on a few things and welcome. How's everybody doing? Um, Came across We Seek, We Find, who I follow, and I like all of his stuff. You know, he's only got 291 subscribers, lots of comments. Um, and I verified this that he was going off the Petula Clark's song Downtown. And but from 9/11 to 9/11 2001. So when the Towers, the Trumps went down to May 19th is 19 years, 8 months, 8 days, which Donnie Darko was all about the year 1988. And that's when Downtown 88 came out. So apparently she did a different song and they played Downtown. They played her song right before the explosion in Nashville over loudspeakers. So something's going on. You know, we like that May 19th date because it's 1,260 days after Trump declared Jerusalem the capital, what we suspect confirming the covenant with many. If that's not confirming the covenant with many, then what is it? Because there's a lot of peace treaties going on out there. And now that he's out, I mean, he could still do stuff over in Israel. Doesn't have to be president, part of the deal and all, but just, let me see, where are we at here? Is this something I already did? Hang on just a quick second. All right. So neither shall he regard the God of his fathers nor the desire of women, because once you take the mark, you're not about sex anymore. It's a fallen angel inhabited into your body, using your body as an avatar. That's why there's no turning back. Let's just call it heavy duty possession. And so Into the Stars uh, pointed out that this symbol, Operation Warp Speed's symbol, is a total match for this religion called Reiki, pagan religion Reiki. Okay. And talking about opening up chakras and so forth. And let's just backtrack a little bit.
Are trying to do with Operation Warp Speed and this VC that's coming out and being now administered to many Christian people who voted for Trump and trusted him. And right here in his symbol is the Anticorona, covered by the CV, of course. Now, here's what's interesting. I had my intuition from the Most High that something about these VCs could be affecting GNDER. And look at the symbol. The male and the female are the same. They are the same.
They're not going to run around and force everybody on something that's going to no.
Had my intuition from the Most High that something about these VCs could be affecting GNDER.
It can't affect your gender. It's not going to be able to affect your DNA. There's nothing biblical about any of that. This is everything that they're doing is a psychological operation for what's coming as the mark of the beast. And if they do run around and force you to take this thing, it's forcing you to take the microchip, which would be to connect you to the technology, period. The mark of the beast is not a trick. You don't trick somebody into going, oh, well, you were a sheep, but now you're not because you took this. We had you believing it was no, it's for God will send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. They're all going to want it because of the very, very powerful, strong delusion. Matthew 24:24, deception is so great that if it were possible, the very elect would be fooled. But when you do upload them into your body, that's why when Trump returns, that's somebody that has already taken the mark. That's why he's going to sell it. It's not going to be sold as, hey, I took the mark of the beast. It's good. Okay, so there's going to be a lot that's going to go on. I mean, it's because the whole world's going to have been decimated by World War III. Wait till you see the gematria we come up with. Some excellent gematria. And there's some lousy gematria that I came up with. But that's what they're showing you. You're going to be gender neutral after you take the mark because you're living forever. You don't have to procreate. It's all going to be sold. I mean, anyway, let's get rid of that one. Um, Jamie said, interesting observation. Thank you. I didn't know that. You know how everyone is showing that guy in the fur and the Viking horned. Well, there is a Simpsons episode, Groundskeeper Willie, and that got removed. That's what the subject here says. Comment remove Jamie. I clicked it and it was gone. So I don't know if you can try again, or I don't know if it gets into wording things they might flag. Um, worded. I don't know. Jamie comment Nancy P. Did you hear Nancy Pelosi say they have desecrated the Capitol, as if to imply it was some holy place? My goodness. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, dotting of the I and I, dotting of the I that way, dotting of the I that way. And we did Ohio and the Ohio State University, which is that's the Buckeye. So they represent the assassination. That's what they represent. Where the Alabama Crimson Tide represents blood on the earth, definite blood to the sheep. So World War III, war, famine, death, and then killing the sheep after Trump returns, Mark of the Beast. I would lean more towards that it's killing the sheep, Mark of the Beast, because Welcome to the Machine. It was just lopping off heads. Alabama's Welcome to the Machine. Their fraternity, the Machine, has a banner that says Welcome to the Machine, and they were lopping off heads, and that was the blood. There's a lot of lost sheep right now. There's very few found sheep that know that God doesn't love everybody. We're going to get into a comment. One guy said he really put me in my place. Said I was being really full of myself. We'll find the comment. I commented back saying, "Can you be more specific? Like, what exactly was it that made you say that?" Because I do say a lot of stuff. You remember when I did? We all don't. On my other channel, I do Bible studies. And when I did Second Corinthians, I called it personal Paul because Paul talked about himself a lot and a lot of personal stuff and way people thought about him. And I don't know, it was very awkward to read, but it just showed the human side of him. And so we'll get into that more towards the end. But so the dotting of the I is something that they do for the buck eye. The dotting of the I has nothing to do with the buck eye because the buck eye is like something that falls out of a tree there. On a, something that grows in a tree there, but we know it as the buck, the stag, the regeneration process spiritually, of course, he never dies, that Trump will go through, and he's going to get hit in his eye, we suspect, from Zechariah 11:17. Well, they also have a dotting of the I.
The shape is the signature, the horseshoe, a living landmark, sculpted by seasons, stadium and stage, where sellouts never cease and demands never lessen. Today, another team and another test. Next field, into the trophy display, Virginia Tech. Ohio, there may be no higher honor here in the Buckeye State.
There's no higher honor than to go out there and dot that I.
Coming to high school, I played trombone, but I decided to switch to sousaphone as a freshman because I wanted that opportunity here and really need to watch them too as well.
Somebody's gonna get out there and dot that I. And that's the I right there.
It is simple spelling, but it is timeless. It is tremendous every time. And now the stage is set. USC, Ohio State, the horseshoe in Columbus.
So after you dot, there's definitely a spirit in him. Like when you get drunk and you get out there dancing and you just doing stuff that you never do before, back in your heathen days, right? It's like a spirit in you, not a good spirit. Uh, yeah, there's definitely something going on with this cat. So he dotted the I. Okay. So it's a big ceremony that they have. Dotting of the I, when you spell it the way that it's, that's not the way it is. But we would say that because it's the Antichrist getting popped in the eye, the dotting of his I. It does come to Ghost in the Machine, and that's not something you see very often. Dotting of the I, the way it's, the letter I, Mark of the Beast, Fallen Angel Lucifer, the Great Dragon, Oh My, which is what Florida Gator announcer Mick Hubert says. I'm not going to play it, but every time a Gator scores, he's like, "Oh my!" That's his trademark. That's his trademark. But watch this: Donald Trump dead. Well, dotting of the I, and that's how what they call it. By the way, 488. It's got an 88 in it. Donald Trump dead. Trump die. Trump head. Donald Trump dead. Trump die. Trump head. The county I live in, Polk County, comes up. Corona 19, feminine power of the mother goddess, of course. I looked up Ohio, it just comes to Caesar. I looked up the Ohio State University, it comes to the pale horse rider kills 2 billion people. And the football players, they always say, we are of the Ohio State University. Why do Ohio State players call themselves from the Ohio State University? Hang on, and I'll find something for you. There's no real good way to search it. So, because when you search the Ohio State University, you're going to get the Ohio State University stuff. So, I don't know. Anyway, we did the dotting of the I. We're doing my gematria. Okay. So, But the Ohio State University, which is the players, the former players who are media members, they always go the Ohio State University. So when you look that up in gematria, to get the pale horse rider kills 2 billion people. See, it says 1/4 of the earth. We know that there's 8 billion people here. We've been saying that it's 2 billion people for the last, I don't know, 6 months. And it comes up the Ohio State University. And beast coming up out of the earth, that is not the Antichrist, that's the false prophet. So, anyway, Buckeye Brutus didn't give me anything. The last Trump, that's the mascot, by the way. I mean, a lot of these though, you can coincidence your way in and out of them, but I don't know. They named their mascot Brutus. When I looked up Brutus, I got nothing. Buckeye Brutus, you get the last Trump, the Dark Knight Rises, Corona Crown, and Donald J. Trump dies. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's a good one. That's big. That is big. We did get some good gematria there. You get Donald J. Trump dies from the Buckeye, who that university represents the Antichrist getting dotted in the eye, dotting the eye. And Donald J. Trump dies is Buckeye Brutus, the mascot. It's actually, I think they actually call him Brutus Buckeye. I can't remember. What is the name of the Ohio State mascot? Brutus. It's Brutus Buckeye. So I really thought Brutus would give me something. Couldn't find anything. But Buckeye Brutus, or Brutus Buckeye, the last Trump, the Dark Knight Rises, Corona Crown, Donald Trump dies. That's big. It's getting him, receiving his crown and what kicks off the next three horses. So it's really all four horses of the apocalypse because that's the first horse and that kicks off the next three. All right. When you search calm before the storm, which I think Michael did this once, but I didn't remember anything from it. I wanted to go back to it. You get President Trump, Murder by Numbers, a song by the Police. I think I played that for y'all whenever Michael gave us these. The Antichrist he is. Well, who said the calm before the Trump did? Then it says the Antichrist he is comes up in gematria from that. It says Barack Obama as president. Well, if Trump is the storm, then isn't Barack Obama the calm before the storm? It says Barack Obama is president. Unbelievable. This comes up. Dies February 9th, which prompted me to start really looking at my, because I start thinking, it ain't going to be what I thought it was. It ain't going to be January 10th. 10 rolls after New Year's, after the apple drops outside the circle. Really? Crossing the Rubicon went down on that day. Janice from the movie Goldeneye, the dotting of the I. Guy's name was Janice, or that was the name of their whole organization. Janice Tennant, 1010. Well, if it's 10 going frontwards and backwards, couldn't it be 20? 10 plus 10 is 20, or January 20th? I guess it could be. Guess we need to throw that in there too. So we'll keep it. 121 days after 9/11. Really like that one, don't we? That one's big because of all those 121. But what if the 121? I added this in. What if it's January 21st? Day after the inauguration. Isn't it the day after the inauguration? I think so. So what if that's what the 121 all over the place was about? So, you know, you know me, I get really excited about stuff. I got really excited about January 10th. And it could be, could be. Um, that's all of that. Let's go to comments if there's any fresh ones out there. Jamie said I had 531. It's back to 530 then, Jamie. Oh, this came up. I wanted to know when Passover was. If it ends on April 4th, well, if wouldn't the Friday, that's a Sunday, well, the Friday before that, on the third day, would be April 2nd, and that's when No Time to Die comes out. April 2nd, 2021. So that's a target date that we'll add. Friday of Passover, because Jesus was the Passover lamb. And of course, that is on a Wednesday. We like that Wednesday. From the Adams family, the tenant, 1010. Janice, 10 plus 10. I don't know. So we can kill that, kill that. I'll keep this up so we'll put his our Irishman we seek we find. He goes, I'm not AI, I'm Irish. um I'll put the Enter the Stars here too. Let's go through some comments. And that other guy's comment won't be in here, but I'll find it. Our brother Mark said, please pray for my brother Jack. He was hit. He has hit rock bottom health wise and mentally. I fear for his safety by the minute. Please pray for the easing of my current suffering. God bless you. Your brother Mark. Absolutely. Um, just stay in touch with us, please, Mark. Okay. And Jamie said, notice 531 subscribers, variation of 153. And yeah, they just play around with that number. Obviously, we're hovering right at 530, 529. Went down to 526, went back up to 531. Now it's back to 530. And it was 530 the other day. So let me find this one. That was the one where the guy made the remark.
Okay.
I was all jacked up, full of myself. And Applesauce said, I thought they called it the New World Order. Now, what I was talking about there let's just go over it. She said, I thought they call it the New World Order because the Most High uh, has a new earth and new heavens. And that's straight out of Revelation 21, if I'm not mistaken. The new heaven, the new earth comes down like a bride. And so absolutely correct there, applesauce. And the evil ones always copy everything he does. Absolutely. But the evil ones, everything that the evil ones do is ordained by God because he's ordained the end from the beginning. Um, and that's a really tough concept to get into. Oh, there's one thing I've really got to show y'all. This is going to freak y'all out. Hang on. We'll get to the other comments in a second. Y'all see this right here? Santa surfing. Remember I told you what a witch she was? 121, y'all. They got the 121. No. Boy, what does it mean? Is it January 21st? Wow. Y'all, look at it. Mother Earth. Make Earth great again. It's exactly what we've been talking about. Their world is Lucifer, Venus, grove worship from the Old Testament, Queen of Heaven, Queen of the Universe, all the same. I'm gonna play this for it. Y'all are gonna freak out what she says. You're not gonna believe what she says. She literally goes, giving it back to you, the people. She mimics Bane, who Trump mimicked Bane. Oh, remember I told you she's Santa surfing, Satan surfing the beach. Why? Because he's the beast out of the sea. So you're on the beach surfing because Santa surfing, Satan is surfing the beach because of the beast out of the sea. Now, y'all won't believe it. You won't. I'm telling you, this is going to blow your mind to listen to this. And she's crazy. Let's let you hear her at a normal speed.
Or appropriate for what is to come. Yeah. Aloha. This is
She always goes, "Yeah, hello." Just crazy.
this is Santa Surfing. Welcome to Beach Broadcast today.
This is how she always opens up.
Yeah. Aloha. This is Santa Surfing. Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Friday,
Child, please.
January 8th, 2021. Yes, I changed my front page.
Listen to this. Trump is going to make the earth great again. They're straight up telling you that he's going to return as the Antichrist. And he's going to put everything, he's going to heal the earth. Mind blowing. I'll put this in there. You better believe it. Well, I have to because I've played more than 5 or 6 seconds. So
It's a little bit more appropriate for what is to come. I do want to thank you for supporting our show and definitely for supporting President and Melania Trump. We have these direct cards for President and Melania Trump and quite a few other cards that can be sent to the White House. To just because, okay, you know, sorry, I had to kind of interrupt this here. I just got suspended on Twitter. See, I got suspended again. The guy should write a book on me to suspend me on Twitter. I've already gone through my 9 lives. I know. Can you imagine? Okay, but it is happening. But I'm not too upset about it. You know, you're dropping truth bombs. It's bound to happen. But I did want to let you know. I'll try and find another way to get back. But I'll let you know where I'm at. Just go to my homepage, which now looks like this. And you'll find us on YouTube and Parler. So I will go ahead and update. There's my other video link. Here's YouTube. Here's my other video link. And then my Twitter account. I got the axe. And then here's my Parler account. Now I haven't signed up on Parler for a while, so I guess I'll go back on there. But I'll go ahead and work on getting another Twitter account as soon as I can, if I can. All right. But not to worry. You'll find me, and I'll try and help you find the others as well. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, please reach out to William670-12316. I'll put his handle in my broadcast. I'll put his handle in there. Reach out to him. I'm also told that General Flynn, Sidney Powell, Code Monkey are down as well. General Flynn is down. Sidney Powell is down. Code Monkey Z is down. Well, it's happening. Trump star.
that's what I was going to gematria. Hang on. I'll do that. Jasara, Trump Sara. Trump Sarah. Interesting. Look at this. Make the earth great again.
Jassara is happening now, guys. It is incredibly beautiful what's going on. POTUS his worldwide role, making Earth great again. Mega, mega, mega. Yes, this is
Mother Earth. Can you believe it? Can you believe
exactly
it?
what's happening right now, right before our eyes. I prayed a lot before I did this broadcast, so
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you drank a potion. So let me do the Trump Sara real quick in gematria. Let me put you on pause and get right back with you. Didn't really get anything from that, but Jasara and Nasara I need to do. I definitely need to do that. And Michael, unless you want to do it. But that's something I need to jump on tomorrow for sure.
I'm just going to just follow
Okay, playback speed.
God's lead on this. I've had incredible conversations and chats with our angel Anon, and well, I'll get to that in just a second. So
the angel Anon. I'm wondering if this angel Anon is an AI, because that's all she talks about is I got this information from Angel Anon. Mother Earth. Are you kidding me?
Jassara is on its way. All the pieces are in place.
You know what they're saying, Nasara and Jassara, that Trump is going to go global and they're going to make this whole piece on our debt forgiveness.
Things have already happened. All I ask is for you right now to ignore the garbage news in whatever country you are in, and to ignore the garbage news on social media right now. The beauty of the world is truly unveiling right now.
The beauty of the world is truly. I had a girl I almost married, and I told y'all she went down the QAnon hole. And my friend said, this is the stuff that she's really post on her Facebook or social media. And so I started listening. And the first time I listened, I was like, oh, you found gold here with this one. I mean, 121, y'all. She's got 232,000 subscribers. And a girl like twice almost married. Right. This is her. Believe in this mess. Trump's going to save the earth, heal the earth.
Do know that when this rolls out, there will be some resistance, guys, that could happen, and possibly some civil unrest. This is why
when this rolls out, there could be some. What do you mean, the sheep? For the sheep, it'll be, hey, welcome to the machine.
Our angel Anon has recommended that we get stocked up. Sammy did. He just has to.
Our angel Anon recommended that we get stocked up. Because when they roll out this Nasara Jassara stuff, I'm going to look up what all that comes to right now. Hang on. Well, on Jassara, Nasara combined, and I'm going to do and. You do get light and dark. I'm going to put an and in the middle of it too. Just to because that's how it's said a lot of the times. So hang on. Well, I'll be Jassara and Nasara or whatever. You get Donald Trump. Wow. Okay. And they're saying when this comes, it's going to change the earth. Unbelievable. Because that's his 666 name. Well, Don Trump is. Anyway, hang on. I'll keep going. There's the downtown. Is Trump going to get killed downtown? I mean, is that what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, downtown comes up with Jassara and whatever it is. We'll find out. It's called Nasara and Jassara is what I'm searching. And downtown also popped up. I think it's just coincidence, but King Drumpf comes up. You wouldn't name something just to get King Trump. But we'll call it a day on Jasara and Nasara. I went through 5 or 6 times. The reason why I've gone back and looked at stuff that I think I once did was because there's a lot that I searched one time. Remember? And Michael was like, "No, you idiot! You've got like 4 or 5. You got to go." I go. He goes. I go 3 or 4 deep. So you know me with my overkill. Now I go like 5, 6 deep because I'm just like crazy. But just plain Jazar. Jasara. Just let me check this one out. You do get Batman. Yeah, I didn't see nothing. Jasara Nasara. I'm telling you right now, though, we got to keep going with this. This lady's crazy.
To go and get some nuts and acorns now. Although some of you did send those, so he still has them. Why is the civil unrest? Because the movie still has to play out. We're watching the political scene part of the movie right now, guys. Again,
We're watching the movie has to play out. You think, y'all? This is a third degree witch. I mean, she is. She's sitting there telling you, just like Trump did. I kind of see the Bible as like a movie. And I've described it the old same way, that God is the writer, director, produced. Now, they don't see it like that. That's my son. Hang on. All right. Anyway,
is a movie. It has an ending, and the ending is going to be phenomenal. But it has to play out. And the ones that have actually
the ending is going to be phenomenal, but it has to play out. Listen to this lady, and people that would still follow this. 121,000 followers. They think Trump is going to make this earth great. Look at the United States. Jasara Nasara, Trump Sara. It's going to change everything. What? People lost their minds, man.
actually, this is really the reason why is because it truly has to. The movie has to play out to really get
The movie has to play out to really get the.
I'm going to just say the hateful masses and the ones that have been shaming President Trump and us to fully wake up. It has to happen. Then the beautiful world unveils. And
The beautiful world unveils.
I will say this for our Angel Anon to say that it is at full throttle. Again,
Angel Anon says, "Oh, it's at full throttle." Well, yeah, I think we all know that it is.
uncommon words from him, right? Very uncommon. For I think if you're a conservative saying, "Oh, it's full throttle," that's probably out of your character to say that, but it probably you're emphasizing that because it is really at full throttle, and full throttle mean it is happening quickly. Then the beautiful world unveils. God always wins. Now, everyone that's around the world, you're going to love this broadcast. I was asked last night to. For the last couple of days, actually, last 2 days, I have been really having a lot of great conversations with our Angel Anon, and he's really been helping and directing me. And I kind of got myself he's just kind of keeping me on track, and I'm so grateful. And all he said was, "Please, we want you to please stick with your Jasara and Nasara talking points." That's what this was last night. So those of you that were on Twitter, you're probably wondering, why did you post this, right? Well, there's a reason why. We are focusing. Sandy and I were focusing on the Trump Sara talking points. I'm not going to get involved with any of the other kind of news, guys. I'm going to focus on this because this is big. There's a lot of you that are very, very, very new to my channel, so I want to share this with you. I will go ahead and have a Nasara.
We know the left plays dirty and their days are done. How? I mean, this is the whole lock her up people, Hillary, all them, they're all going to go to jail.
Jasara, kind of the condensed version and what's been updated from the laws, because we've been talking about this for 10 months, 11 months now. But Sammy, he's super hungry for loans to munch on right now, so we know the left plays dirty and their days are done. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about what is happening with the news. I really want to, this is really the topic I love the most. It's the Trump Sara is on its way. Greatness overload worldwide. It's coming through. It's coming through. So I posted that last night because I'm given instructions about focusing on a particular talking point. So this is what's going on. Then this morning, before I get started though, do you know the verse of Jeremiah 29:11? For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans of good, plans for worldwide verse for everybody. Okay, I'm going to continue to talk about worldwide.
That's a worldwide verse for everybody. So notice the all-encompassing, the whole world. Trump's about the whole world.
I get a lot of messages from people all over the world, and I hear your cries, and sometimes I read, I'm overwhelmed by your messages, and I want so much to say something, and I think, I just need to sit down and pray. So this is what happened. Well, I'm going to get to those, the big news, all right? So in a minute, but let me just share a little bit about this for those that are new, so you're not kind of lost in this broadcast. What is
This is
NASARA?
what it
NASARA,
is.
Samsara, it's the National Economic Reformation and Securitization Act. It's also global for G, all right? And then Trumpsara is President Trump's version of this law, because there has been a couple of modifications to the law, the original law. Now, it was a law that passed in the year of 2000. However, it was never enacted. The law began nationally, and then it was to branch globally, all right? However, what happened was the efforts to enact this law, it was
So this began back in 2000, but Trump came along and got it going, even though it's been around since 2000.
stifled, and it was stopped by the evil, dirty cabal. In short, it's a law that will change the world and your lives.
It will change the world, and it's going to change our lives.
Right, forever. It will change our lives forever. The law is, if there's any phrase, it's awe-inspiring, beyond what anyone could ever imagine.
This beautiful law is awe-inspiring. Is this the law? The law. Does it sound like Aleister Crowley? The law. What was it? The book of the law? What was his thing? Aleister Crowley's thing was is the whole of the law. Do as thou wilt is the whole of the law.
Really, I mean, if you think about, wow, you got a beautiful gift. Can you imagine an even more beautiful gift and how overwhelming it will be? But it is humanity in every way. End of poverty, homelessness, senior struggle.
End of poverty. End of homelessness. End of senior struggling. End of people struggling. Debt forgiveness. No more corrupt governments. Power back to the people. Listen to her say it. And we're giving it back to you, the people.
People struggling, debt forgiveness, no more corrupt
No more corrupt governments.
governments, guys. Power back to you, the people.
Back to you, the people. Can you believe this? You can't believe it, can you? Yeah. She's dropping Dark Knight Rises bombs off of Trump's inauguration speech bombs. And they're gonna fix the whole earth. Make the earth great again. Mother Earth, Lucifer.
Constitutional judges and attorneys.
Anyway, I'll put that in the comments. If y'all want to listen to that, I want to tell you, you won't be bored. It's interesting to see how crazy these people are. Absolute nutty buddies. All right, let's go to the comments where this guy was busting my chops. Well, let's finish up with applesauce. She said, I thought it was a new heaven and a new earth. The evil ones are just copycatting that. They take what God has created and they flip it, they steal it, they corrupt it. He will straighten it all out, and he will take what belongs to him all back. Well, of course, again, this is all part of God's plan. They do mimic the Lord in every way. Well, not in every way, but, in many ways, we always see them doing the mimicking. And what did I say? I said, absolutely, and I agree with that. Also makes total sense. I think it's all just sort of kind of fused together because God ordains everything that they do. But for sure, it all began with the pandemic. We're talking about the New World Order now. That's when they ushered it in full strength, because Satan knows that his time is short, and at God's appointed time, the book of Revelation is in play here and now. So they have a short time with their New World Order, which coincides with the opening of the book of Revelation and the book of Daniel. So that's what I was saying, was that their New World Order was all about community and collaboration. So the whole world is under one order because the world is collaborating. That's divine feminine. And community. That's divine feminine. The New World Order is the divine feminine. And we saw it come together, didn't we? When the pandemic began and the New World Order, they completely were all on the same page. It's not about your rights. You don't want to wear a mask? Tough. You don't have a right not to wear a mask. If you're going to go grocery shopping, you want food? You want food? Fool, put your mask on. Because this is about the community. It ain't about just you. And so your New World Order has begun, and your book of Revelation is up and running. And we talked about our friend Mark, who's got a brother Jack that's going through a tough time. So keep us in touch with that. And then what a little self aggrandizement for you. Oops. Oops. To make great or greater, increase, enlarge an estate, to make appear great or greater, praise highly, to enhance the power, wealth, position, reputation of exploited the situation. If it's the word I'm thinking of,
Aggrandizement. Aggrandizement.
what a little self aggrandizement for you. Slow your roll. Faith forward, Jesus Christ alone. Has it ever been not that? Don't get sidetracked. You got 2 thumbs up off that. I said, point out anything that I said that was incorrect. I will gladly go over it. I'm here for you. And you go through the video. I don't know. If any of y'all know, I'm here for y'all. And I have made, I have shared with y'all things in my personal life about, um, with that neighborhood that I lived in, where they were all years. I lived at 2015. Me and my ex-wife, I explained the numbering situation and how it's at 627, 127, 627, 127, right in the middle of the number all the way through, which is the just craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think I went over our addresses in that video when he started talking about the aggrandizement. Four, five, six, seven. Well, 2015 plus 7 is 2022, which was both addresses. That's when Trump took office. I mean, excuse me, that's when Trump announced he was running for president, if I'm not mistaken. And so I don't know. I can tell you this, I don't need to bring this kind of stuff up anymore if it disturbs all of y'all. I mean, if some of y'all find it interesting, so be it, but I think that's the end of this video, just going over what we're looking at. January 15th, it was because when the right eye cowl is shown, it was the time in the movie was 11. And yeah, I don't like that one at all. There was he was holding the right eye. He was holding the cowl in the right eye, and it was at 11:15. or there was a 115 in the movie. That's what it was. It was a 115 when I froze it. And then, of course, the Donnie Darko from The Great Conjunction. And then there's Tenet on Inauguration Day. And then there's the 121. So we are not going to freak out about January 10. We don't want to be over the top. But always know this, I'm here for y'all. And, you know, we seem to think that we're the only ones here in truth on the internet. And that would be the Lord's doing. It wouldn't be my doing. And it's certainly not about me. Because when Paul was doing his thing, he didn't run around talking about Paul. Paul, it's all about me, Paul. Everything was about Jesus. Everything was about what the Holy Spirit gives him. We don't have any intelligence or free will past what the Lord simply gives us and ordains to us. And when it's in truth, and when we talk about truth, we're not talking about picking when Trump's assassination will take place. We're talking about the truth in the Word of God versus the lies. And somebody in a Facebook thread, they threw out these Bible verses. They go, I know the illness is real, but the vaccine is fake per these Bible verses in Jeremiah. I was like, no, that's not what those Bible verses in Jeremiah is about. Then the person was like, well, I'm getting these things. The Lord is speaking to me, and he's telling me that this thing is real. I'm not going to say what we call it. I don't need it to get flagged. Even if it would, I don't know that it would. This thing is real, but the poke isn't. I was like, well, first of all, the thing ain't real, and we know what the poke is more than likely. One of two things: either a psychological operation, or it's connected to the technology. And they said the illness was God's wrath on the world for not repenting, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, no, it's a ritual event. This is the corona stage. This is the crowning stage. This is putting everybody on lockdown. This is them chastening and scourging the earth for everything we've done to Mother Earth. That's all this stuff is. If anybody is ill and it's something new, you can't cough it into people's faces, because I've shown you all that many times. And if you're new, we'll hit you up with it. Hang on.
Is a rise of temperature in the afternoon or
You see where it says the zodiac and the salt of salvation? Well, ODD TV, who put this out, I've seen his hand signals before. He's got 304,000 subscribers. He threw straight up hand signals out one day when Richie from Boston was visiting him. And y'all all know what he's about. So, but I've gotten a lot of truth from him, and I've gotten a lot of truth from this guy. But they're always going to take you down the wrong rabbit hole too. So in order to tell you the truth about what a coronavirus is, I'll put it in the comments where the word virus even came from. It's your exomes getting rid of toxins. It's your cells dumping toxins. And it will do it when your immune system is low. It can go, all right, it's time to dump. Why does a whole house get sick then if it's not about germs? It's psychosomatic. You start telling yourself you're going to get sick. And you sick and your body goes, "Oh, they're getting weak. Oh, everybody else is sick. Oh, though now you thinking you're going to get sick. You're feeling weak. All of a sudden your body's feeling weak because you've told yourself you're going to get sick because they've lied to you about germs. So, since your body's getting weak, we're going to go ahead and dump toxins now too. And the whole family will get sick. Are there things like strep throat or some bacterial? Sure, I would imagine. I guess. And I'm not even sure about strep. Can't remember if he goes over that or not. But your throat, your sinuses, your lungs, whatever it takes, wherever it takes, and don't take stuff to fight the fever. The fever is what's helping burn and melt stuff down and burn it out. So, yeah. Anyway, did we cover everything now? I think we covered everything. No, there was a hand signal one I wanted to show you.
But they know that their work is not done, and that's what makes them all the more dangerous because they're still very hungry. I think what
This is NFL now, ESPN NFL. You got to be in the club to be on TV. How many times have we said it? Weatherman, don't matter. But this guy here, he's extra good. I want y'all to watch this. Let's go back and start from the beginning.
but they know that their work is not done.
Pow.
And that's what makes them all the more dangerous because they're still very hungry. I think what
Pow.
should be excited about for Bills fans, they have gotten
Pow,
better
pow, pow.
as the season. This team had some holes at the beginning of the year, and they have gotten better with each
Pow.
week that
What
they
about
played.
what?
And
Whoop,
very
whoop,
that,
whoop,
the way
whoop,
they're playing on offense,
whoop,
we said towards the end of this game,
whoop.
I would put this offense up against Kansas City in the playoffs, and that's going to be something
Whoop,
if it ends up
whoop,
happening.
whoop,
That
whoop,
this
whoop.
team can hang with the Chiefs, and it'll be which defense can get more stops is going to win that game. All right, Lewis, let's stay right there and piggyback that thought because look, we're at a point now. We're past Christmas, New Year's is right around the corner. It's time to talk about what these guys are. What are the Bills in the AFC playoff picture as a threat to the throne? Look, I think it's legitimate. I think it's legitimate. And the one Patrick Mahomes at all. He rushed 4, he played cover 4. It was as vanilla as you possibly. And they were inviting them to run the football. They were not going to let Patrick Mahomes they scored 26 points. I think they would take that score every time they play the Chiefs. And now this offense that they have is capable of scoring 30, 35 in a game like this.
You got to love it. You don't have to like it, but you got to love it because it's the truth. You got to love the truth, don't you? All right, now we're done. Love y'all very much.